So first question I have. So for the people at home, Giannis and I have been working together for like how many years now?
Be almost 5.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
5 in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 was July.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I was 21 when I first started.
Yeah.
I'm 26.
Yeah. So
You with him before Standout?
No.
just as...
So I
Same
joined Standout when the gyms closed.
Yep.
And came on board before when it was all worksheets and the original, right, or the second edition.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, I don't have a coach. And I was just doing random shit. And I was like, he's a coach. I was like, physique coach? I was like, yeah. And I think because you were in front of everything, I had no experience it was just, Gymshark, YouTube, and
Jason.
I was like, okay, well, I can't afford those. So I was like, he's the next best thing.
Fucking hell, too cheap. Yeah. So, 5 years, done a couple of photo shoots.
2 photos.
A couple of preps for holidays.
Yeah.
And so really just working in the space of physique development. And then you're a coach yourself. So you're using your own experience and your own journey to kind of help leverage that for your other clients. So I thought I've got a series of questions. And some of these you'll probably be able to answer quickly. Some of these you might not. So we'll just kind of see how we go land from there. So I think before we started working together, was there something that like you were thinking about? Like, what were the gaps that you were trying to fill, or what were the frustrations that you had, or was it just as simple as like, I saw what I liked and I just wanted that?
So, coming from a sporting background, I thought that it was as simple as I go into the gym and I will become massive. It was just like
doing the thing.
Yeah, because I was a really good athlete growing up. Like I could play any sport and I was really good at it.
Yeah, well, you played really high level soccer.
Yeah, it was just I fell into football and I was like, my parents were like, you choose one. And I was like, I'm really good at this one, so I'll do this one. But like just movement came easy to me, and I thought that growing up, I went into the gym. I went to Fitness First in Rockdale. For anyone in Sydney, like it was like think of like your Derrimut. It was just like heads everywhere. I was like, I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna be like these boys. I'm just gonna train, eat whatever I want, and be absolutely massive, like we have spoken about 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I'm still like 65 kilos wet. Yeah. Nothing's changing. I'll just look ripped because I'm, doing 6 training days a week of both weights and football. I'm like, I barely eat probably 2,000 calories. Like I'm just shredded everywhere. I'm like a greyhound. So then it got to the point where I think, got out of school, and then I really tried to give it a go with football. That didn't work. And then I was like, well, I'm going to fall back into the gym. And as I was training, at the time I did my first ACL, and that pushed me in the direction of the gym massively. And then I did my PT course, and I was like, well, I've been trying for probably 3 years, not with any program. I was watching all these YouTube videos and stuff. Like I had no idea. I was doing like single arm pull downs and like just this random stuff.
Stuff you saw on the internet that was available.
The big people were doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's going to be the thing, right? And then I was like, I started getting more exposure. Obviously, naturally, you fall into the fitness industry and you see other people, and you're like, okay, well, it's got nothing to do with the training. It's just my nutrition. But I didn't know anything. I was like, I'm going to try and eat 4,000 calories. At 20, I was like, what is that made up of? I could just eat whatever I want at 4,000 calories.
Yeah.
So my digestion was rubbish. I would barely probably even eat 2,500, 3,000. I was never getting to 4,000.
Yeah.
So nothing was changing. The inconsistency was massive. And then I was like, okay, well, no, this is the right way forward, because obviously I was exposed to both of you in the beginning, and I was like, there's a plan for business. There's got to be a plan for training. Like this is a thing, right? Like Mr. Olympia has a coach. I was like, I can get a coach. It's like, if he can have a coach, I need one. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll fill the gap with nutrition. And that's the first thing that we did, was just like, you got no structure.
Yeah.
You need structure. It's not like you're not doing the wrong thing. You're just not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not repeatable.
Yeah.
You can't repeat randomness.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. And as I started to, fill the gap of consistency in terms of nutrition, the training part came easy, because then I was like, okay, go to the gym, do the same thing every single time you go for 8 weeks, and then we'll consider if we need to change it.
Yeah.
Rather than just go in and do something different every time, which is still, what I was doing for a long time.
Yeah. So was that probably the most surprising thing about the coaching process? Like when you kind of jumped on, it's like the biggest thing that stood out was the regimen?
The regimen and the simplicity. I think I thought it was going to be more moving parts.
Yeah.
It's some massive thing because at the time, like, social media, online coaching was probably in its infancy.
Yeah.
Like I had no exposure to it. 5 years ago, it was like, it's just personal trainers in the gym.
Yeah.
And then what you see online is Mr. Olympia and Machiavelli motivation.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, well, I thought it was going to be, moving parts and I'm going to get all this information. And then when I started to step back and I'm like, okay, it was really, really simple. It was just, here is your plan. This is what you need to eat. And here is what you need to go and do in the gym.
Yeah.
Go and do those things relentlessly. And then over time, obviously, like, you have your challenges, you miss meals, like we said before, and you might miss a session or whatever, but that doesn't matter if, 80, 90% of the time you're doing the thing, and then over time you give yourself good work ethic. I was like, wow, this is so simple.
Yeah.
How did I not figure this out earlier? That it's so simple.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you will figure it out.
Yeah.
Because like you're always trying to, because I remember even when I first started, we were the same. We were always trying to chase this like
Magic.
Yeah, this thing that was going to just catapult your progress.
Yeah.
And then you kind of come full circle and you're like, the results are in the work and the consistency.
Yeah.
So the consistency, you can close the gap real fast. You can't close the gap on working hard.
No.
Like, and you and I've like just continuously been like, you can work harder.
Yeah.
Like you can train harder. And like your ceiling's getting higher too. So the thing is like people, like I can see a ceiling above yours. Like for yourself.
Yeah.
But then even those ceilings move.
Yeah,
and it's just knowing, and it's just like knowing when to tell you like, hey, like there's
Work
more.
harder,
You gotta go.
Yeah, there's more there.
And I think
sure
it's hard to see that when you're in the thing. It's like with business as well. You don't know what's possible because you're just sitting there doing the
You're in
thing.
your own bubble.
Yeah, you're doing the thing repetitively. And you're like, is this what it is? But then, you have a coach, your mentor, whatever it is, and you're like,
We still do it.
yeah.
Like Jason and I have the conversation, just like, I don't know if I train hard.
Oh, tell myself.
You go train with someone, you're like, oh yeah, I train hard.
But that's why,
It's
like,
okay.
that's why I look at it
It's
and I'm
all
like, I get the opportunity to come down here. I'm like, if I don't do anything else when I train, it refreshes my ability to go like, oh no, like this is not good enough. When I'm by myself, I need to give it more.
Yeah,
because you can't just train all the time. It's not going to be possible to train with someone all the time. There's going to be times where you train alone.
You got to be able to turn it on.
And you have to hold that higher standard for
100%.
yourself if you want really, really good results. And that's what I've sort of learnt the most over the last couple of years is like, you need to keep yourself to that standard regardless of who's watching.
So I have a question for both of you on that.
Yep.
In terms of how much arousal do you need now to go to that? So I feel like that's why we think we don't train hard.
I will. I don't know. I can get there just before the set starts, and then I can just relax.
Yeah,
like I don't have to pace around the gym for.
I don't have to headbutt a barbell now to send it.
I can,
which I think feels like I leave the gym not emotionally exhausted almost. So it's like I don't train hard.
Yeah, I think like because we train almost there. Like I still know there's like another gear, but sometimes I think that next gear comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well,
especially over 35.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the like? It's like you have a session where like you crawling out of the gym.
Yeah.
Well, you literally can't walk up the 3 stairs to get to the top platform to walk out. I'm like, tomorrow or the day, like my job isn't to just go to the gym. My job isn't. I can't just train and then go lie on the couch.
Yeah.
So it's like a realistic level of like high effort.
Yeah, and even be able to do it again in 3 days.
Yeah, but like if you're because you see, like I watch guys on YouTube all the time, like bodybuilders, and they're like, they train ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
But then they just lie on the couch and sleep all day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
eat and sleep.
That's absolutely necessary because if you train that hard, you're going to need this
Downtime.
lifestyle to manage it. But I'm like, I don't have the luxury of doing that. Like I got to walk to the fridge and stare at it 5 times a day. Clients to train.
Part-time job.
Yeah, I've got a business and people to depend on me and shit.
Yeah.
So
you're 20 years in, I'm 15 years in, you're 5. Do you still need to like, fucking, here's my song, here's my fucking, let's go, to get to a true 1-0 rep in reserve?
I don't think so, only because, like I mentioned, like being in the gym is nothing compared to running a football field in under 60 seconds, and if someone fails, you have to do it again, the whole team. Like for me, that's the worst thing I've ever experienced. So if it means that I have to keep going until things stop in the gym, I'll just do it. Like if you say I'll just keep going, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna die. Whereas when I was doing that, I felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
My lungs were on fire. Like my legs were shaking. Like
and if you were the one, you might die.
Yeah, literally. You got 20 other boys saying, you better hurry up. Otherwise, you're minced after this. So it's like, I think if I didn't have that experience of like a different training style, I probably would have to psych myself up a bit more. Yeah. But also when I first started coaching with you, I didn't have the ability to turn it on as my. I was just like, oh, this is my limit because I was in pain or like I wasn't comfortable pushing. Whereas I'm just like now I think it's a learned experience where it's just like
always been battling something as well.
Yeah.
Because you.
Injuries.
It's just like, there was still the desire to hang on to like the sporting stuff. So you're still playing it in like a recreational level. Yeah. But being a high level athlete, moving to a recreational level, he's still a high level athlete. Yeah. So he takes it really serious. So then it was like managing workload, managing little niggles. It was just always something. Yeah. And it was just getting in the way. Yeah. So
that's parked.
Now
it's done. Yeah. Well,
he's got to have another
knee surgery in 5 weeks.
Yeah, why you kept that under wraps for so long? I was just like, something's going on, man. What's the deal? It's just like, I think I need surgery.
I did it 2 weeks before Europe, and I was like, no one has to know about this.
Yeah, disappeared for a couple of weeks, and he was real busy with work, and I was like, bro, can't hide from me, man. I'm like, what's going on?
I was like,
it's like confession.
I was like, I just know what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I feel like I took it really well.
Yeah, I mean, like...
it's not my body.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I looked at it and I was like, this is not a big deal.
It makes sense why you're in such good spirits when I messaged you then, because it was like 2 months before that.
Yeah,
You'd already dealt with it.
I remember the day I went to the physio and he's like, yeah, there's a 80% chance. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Had a bit of a weep and then I was like, I'm over it. Now it's time. Now I can focus on the gym.
Yeah, I reckon your progress will be ridiculous now.
Yeah.
It's just like going all in on the one thing.
That was the thing. I think I wanted to be really good at... I still wanted to hold on to football because, people have known...
The identity.
My identity's been tied,
Absolutely.
You went overseas and you were really good. And I was like, I'm still that person. There's somewhere in there. Like I'm still a razzler. But I was like, that's not... I can't maintain that anymore.
Yeah. Remove the soccer player as the identity and embody the things that it took... for you to get to that position.
Yeah, and I think...
It's like you can do that in your business, in your gym,
do it
as
anywhere.
A friend, as a
characteristics.
person. Absolutely. Yeah.